Please record. Is it going to record? Please. We have a special guest with us today. So Emily, she wanted to be in the video done now. We're done now. If you had something to say, woof. Okay, you can sleep again. Yeah. We worked on a game farm.
And it was horrible.
It felt like we were the animals.
Yep.
Where do we even begin
with this mess? Anyway, so after we came back from France, we obviously decided we can't stay unemployed forever. So we decided, it'll be a good idea to maybe work on a game farm because it's still the hospitality industry and
we wanted to be outside.
We wanted to be in an outside setting. Farm is a great idea for that.
Just so you'll know,
boy oh boy.
I was only outside when I walked to the kitchen and I walked back home.
So yeah, we decided to do that. Yeah.
Okay, so firstly, we asked for pictures of the accommodation so you could stay on the farm.
On the game farm, yes.
Obviously in staff accommodation. And then we never got the photos. So that was the first. You get it. You fine? Yeah, so that was the first red flag. Second red flag was when we got there and the woman that was supposed to, show us around, give us a induction, wasn't there. And one of the ladies went and showed me to accommodation, and when I walked in, I just started laughing because no words could describe how bad it was. Like, I wouldn't even put an animal in there, if that makes sense. So they thought that a coat of paint was going to fix everything. So I walk in there, I get smacked with paint fumes, firstly. How are you going to sleep there at night? Yeah. And then I walk all the way back and I see my mom and I just start laughing. And my mom immediately she got angry because she knows I laugh when I don't have anything to say. Like there's no way to describe it. And then my parents went to go see and my dad was like, no ways. And I was like, I'm not going to stay here. So we either take our stuff and go home or something else needs to be done. So the lady eventually comes and we're sitting in this winter bar area
thingy. The winter bar.
And she walks in, but for those of you that know my mom, she is incredibly intimidating. So she doesn't even have to say anything. Just her presence makes you and this woman walks in, but she's my mom just stares at her and she starts hyperventilating.
She had to go outside a few times to breathe. And then she would come back in and try to explain.
I'm trying not to laugh because I know it's because of my mom, but I'm really trying not to laugh. And she's flustered, completely
out of it, yeah.
Out of it. And then she's like, no, we'll sort it out. All this stuff. So the lady that was living in our accommodation that we stayed in eventually, she had to move out of there and into this horrible place. And I actually felt like I really felt bad. Like it wasn't supposed to be like that, you know. And then but before that we stayed in one of the guest rooms
for a few nights, yeah.
and she tried to put us like in one of the best guest rooms as if that was going to make up for the trauma. And then she's like giving us free stuff. She's like, yeah, you can go on the rides for free. We were promised a game drive. Still haven't been on that. We went to a cheetah run, but we had to climb onto the back of a bakkie, which is fine. Trust me, I don't mind it. But it was just a bit odd because she said we were acting as guests.
Yeah.
So I was like, what guest gets on the back of a bakkie? But okay. Then we went there. We waited for like half an hour. And it was cold. It was still winter time. Mm-hmm. And we're waiting there on the top of a bloody tower, waiting for these cheetahs. Now I've been on game farms, right? Everyone's been to the Kruger.
Not me, sorry.
And so like, it's not, like I still appreciate the beauty of it, but it's not like, it was just like, okay. And then she tells us, no, we must go and have dinner and lunch and whatever and talk about, like, give feedback on the food and the service and everything. And all the feedback we gave her, she just threw in the bin.
It was literally pointless, so...
Like, she just threw it away. And I was like, what is wrong with this woman?
That should have been... There were so many red flags, guys.
But we were desperate, we were broke.
Yeah, we needed a job, so we just ignored all the red flags. Yeah. So as the weeks went by, it just got worse and worse. I don't know how to describe it.
There were days where I cried, because those of you that know me, I cry when I'm angry. And I absolutely hate it. But God knew He had to make me a crier, because if I was a talker, oh my word, I would have probably been in prison.
Yeah.
But anyway, so we were there for 2 months. It felt like 2 years. I'm not even joking. There were nights where Danielle was crying at night, saying she can't do this anymore, whatever. And you know what? It was actually such a horrible relationship we had with this woman, because it was very abusive, because you can't really go anywhere. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, we could have easily packed up and went, because we still, we can still come back to my parents. But the relationships she had with the other people was just horrible. Like, it was so abusive. She would threaten to take their jobs. Now, keep in mind, some of the people that were there have been there for like they've been there longer than what I've been born.
Yeah, they're basically, right? People were born there, they went to school,
born,
they
raised,
they work there now.
So that was their house, right? And it was just horrible. Those people would come to us crying because they saw us as the gate to leaving and everything. And then I think it was, we made friends there, whatever. Not my crowd, but yeah, we made friends and all that. And it's like when we left, it was just, the more communication we had with it, just like we weren't letting go of that horrible experience. But anyway, I think that what made me realize this woman is a horrific human being is when we had the one morning meeting, and something went wrong. There was like communication problems.
No communication problems, just problems from her side, because she doesn't
mental problems. Sorry.
Emails.
Sorry, don't cancel me. That was
yeah.
But yeah, she's like, so she would like drink herself gone the night before, come to work and forget everything that she mentioned the day before, and then something happened with the wine or whatever, and it ended up
not being
her like shouting at Danielle. But in the morning meeting, in front of all the managers, she full on like swears at Danielle and just like goes crazy. And I stand there, but I move forward with like my hands crossed, and I stare at her, and then I could literally see how she backed down because she was like, okay, this is not gonna work. And I was like, and then she like got soft again and everything. And there were numerous times where she would swear at Anal, speak to her like she's rubbish on the side of the road. But then she started doing it where I wasn't present. She would swear at Anal in front of guests. Okay. She would shout at her for coming to me, giving me information, because okay, so Danelle was like customer relations, so she would come to me.
Can I talk a bit?
She would come to me and then tell me what's happening. It's Lily.
Lily. So basically, every day we would have guest orientation. So the guests would come in, you would check them in, get all the information, then you would take them to an orientation where you explain the itinerary and what's happening and all that jazz. And then you would ask, because some people don't add it to their notes, I don't know why, do you have any allergies, dietary requirements, you know, all that stuff. And then obviously you have to go tell the kitchen, because it's not just gonna Bluetooth there to the kitchen magically. So then I would go and obviously tell it to the chefs, because I mean,
I was head chef.
who else is gonna tell the people there? She would crap me out for that, and then you explain it to her and she just doesn't get it.
Sy kop het nie.
So then I would full on ask her, okay, I don't mention names. Okay, person, how must that information be, like, how must it get there?
Because it's not on the, what was that sheet called?
No, the itinerary sheet.
The itinerary.
But usually when guests, when they make a booking, we had obviously all the information, room number, number of guests, and then a special hello.
She just
Lily
wanted to say something. Hello. Go. Say hello, everybody.
Anyway, so we would know all the information about the guests, including dietary requirements, and then sometimes they just wouldn't mention it, but then you anyway have to ask the guests again just to make sure. Like, you would literally do your job.
And she'd shout at you
And
for
she'd
it.
shout at you for it. You would literally do your job. So it was just a whole, you stand like this, like,
I think the
What?
best was when I sent her an email, and this was now when I was getting fed up. And I sent her an email and I was like, hi, everything that's been happening over the past month or so, I feel that it's incredibly unfair. We are not growing as individuals, and you're just, every idea we give you throw away, you don't listen, you know, and everything, or at least hear what we have to say. You know, it's like we won't respect it at all. And then I sent an email saying, we're not happy here, we are, you know, like considering leaving and so on. And then I sent this email at night. The morning she sends me a message saying, please meet me at my office at 8 o'clock. And then she saw me change the morning meeting. And then I go in and she's like, what BS is this? And she like full on like goes, I cannot speak to you because you are crazy, right? So I sent you an email so that it's there, right? If anyone has to come and, for some unknown reason, come and see what the hell's happening here. And then she's like, you're incredibly ungrateful. I've been nothing but accommodating to you guys and what. I'm like, just because you gave us a room where we can be together doesn't mean that you are accommodating us. We came here to help you. And we came here to make this place the place to stay at. And sorry, Lily wants to leave. She's not interested in our conversation. Bye bye, Lily. Nice, babe. And yeah, but then she's like, she goes at me like I'm a child, shouting at me like I'm a kid. And I look at her and I just yell, and I'm getting angry. I'm like, and then I obviously start crying because I'm such a baby out of frustration and anger. And then I open that door, but as I open it, all the managers are standing by the door. And I'm like, oh my word. And I just walk out and everyone's dead quiet. That whole day, everyone was asking, Danelle, is Novelin okay? Is Novelin okay? Because I just went full mute the whole day. I didn't speak to anyone. She would come in, I just ignored her. And then again, then this other guy came eventually. And he's tried to help. And he was actually like taking her job, basically.
We had hope.
In a way. But not quick enough. Okay? So, yeah, there was like a lot of tension the whole time because he kept on clinging onto me and Danelle because he's like, oh, these girls are, you know, the future of this place and whatever. And then she obviously now got angry. And then I remember the one chef bloody left. He didn't even come into work. And I'm like, oh my word. And the other chef was off, sick. So it was me and the other chef. And there was like 50, 60 people. And I'm like, oh my word. And then she comes in, shouts at me because I apparently didn't do the costings. I told her to her face, I didn't do the costings. You expect me to do an entire menu plus costings 2 hours before the next day? Really? Then I was not going to stay up at night. Are you crazy for that place? If you treated me well and you were actually like really into me bettering this place, then by all means I'll stay up till 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. But for you, sorry, I'm just there to get my paycheck. And then, so it's probably telling you who I am as a person. I know. Okay, we're not getting into it. Anyway. Then she calls me in, plus the other guy. And she's like, yeah, okay, let's quickly talk about the chef that didn't come. And we talk about whatever. And then she's like, yeah, I'm also here. I want to draw up an insubordination against Novelin. And I'm like, I start laughing. I laugh in her face. I'm like, what are you talking about? And she's like, yeah, I want the insubordination against you because you ignored my order. And I look at the new guy and he's like, what is going on? And then I told him everything and he's like, okay, you're not getting an insubordination. This needs to stop. You guys need to sort your stuff out. Okay. So I go then, I was a bigger man and I was like, I'm here to help you. Accept my help or I'm gone. And then a few days go by and I give him the menu, the new menu. And then she pooed in her pants because she found out that I spoke about this menu with the new guy before her. I'm like, doesn't matter. It goes through everyone before it goes to you anyway because I get ideas from people. She takes that menu and she scratches, after you left, right? Scratches a line through it, through all of them, because I had to do like tea time, picnic, everything. Scratches a line through all of them. And she says, you are the problem. I cannot work with you. You're the reason this place is the way it is. Yo, but I close my computer, I get up, I walk out, I walk past everyone, I ignore everyone. I go outside and I start crying by the gas bottles. And then chef went to go and find her.
No, I went to find you.
Oh yeah, she went to find me because she couldn't get a hold of me.
In that meeting, I just walked in to ask her something and then I saw the whole interaction. I'm like, okay.
She comes and finds me and I'm like, I'm so angry, I'm shaking. And I told her, Danelle, this is my last day here. I will do service, but I'm not coming in tomorrow. And then she was like, no, okay, fine. and then we spoke about it. We decided to put in our resignations.
Yeah, we were done.
And
I think I still did stock take for the gift shop.
I did something. And I did
I was
too.
chilling. I didn't even care if I counted the stuff correctly. Just didn't give a crap. Did it. Went home. Gooide it op.
And then we had a braai with everyone.
And we had a braai. And then we resigned. And then we had another braai the following day because we had a day to leave. Yeah.
Yeah, and there's a lot more. But I think this will suffice one video.
Yeah.
But if you'd like to know more about what happened at the wonderful place we worked at, please subscribe to our channel, like and comment, and we will upload you another one.